What is up, budgeting family and friends? My name is Shirria. This is the Shirria Mag channel where I am documenting our six-figure debt-free journey as an entrepreneurial licensed clinical social worker with my very own virtual private practice, along with my husband who is a welder. Together we have a combined income of about $130,000. And we are on a journey to have that debt completely paid off and eliminated by December 31st, 2026, to then begin to build wealth and be able to retire early or become work optional in 9 years, which is when my husband will be 50. I am documenting and sharing that journey with you guys here in the form of monthly budgets, weekly budgets, debt updates, Transfer Tuesdays, and every quarter I do try to track and share my net worth in a net worth update. So I do have my budget template on the screen. If you are interested in purchasing this budget template, it was purchased from Etsy, and the link is in the description box below. We do budget weekly. We budget from Thursday to the following Wednesday. My husband is paid on Thursdays. I am paid on Fridays. So this budget starts on Thursday, August the 1st, and it goes to Wednesday, August the 7th. The income was planned at $1,850, which is not correct because we should have included the rent. So the income was planned at $2,700. What we actually earned was $941.68 from my husband's paycheck for week one, and then $1,104 from my paycheck for week one. And then, of course, we did earn or collect the rent, which brought our actual income for August week one to $2,895.68. We transfer over to savings. So the savings was planned for this week at $595. What we actually saved was $50 into my high yield savings account. And if you're wondering why I get my savings and my husband does not, I have automated mine. Mine is in a high yield savings account. My husband's savings is more of like a backup checking, and he goes in when he remembers to transfer it himself. Even though I always have to tell him weekly, he still does not stop what he's doing and do it. And I don't have access to his savings account. So and then we did not have the M1 investment for Christmas 2024. We did save $25 for my son, which is his college fund. We did put $10 into that. We are no longer saving money for Ashton. We did save her paycheck from her paid internship that we did this summer. 808, which is our investment property, we did put $370 aside. Some of that money is for a new roof. The other is for the yearly taxes. And then the roof category is actually for our primary house roof. And we just don't have the income to put towards that. So my husband will just have to keep patching it up. And then we are now saving $50 a week for $200 a month to cash flow my son's barber school. So what we did actually save for this week was $505. We transfer over to our monthly bills, and the monthly bills for this week were $466.26. That was our mortgage, which we do pay in weekly installments in the amount of $332.99. And then the only other bill we had was our life insurance with Farm Bureau at $133.26, which brought our actual bills for this week to $466.25. We transition over to expenses, and for expenses we had planned $330 for this week, and that was with $125 in groceries, and we actually spent $183.51. And that is because I have switched my eating habits. I have an autoimmune disease, not going to go too much into detail, but I was starting to have some of the symptoms show up more frequently, which prompted me to consume less meat and more fruits and vegetables. And of course that ran up the grocery bill. And then for gas, for whatever reason, we only put $40.20 in the tank. And that was probably in my husband's Honda Civic and not my truck, because I don't believe I've needed gas here recently. Then we spent $67.21 in fast food, and we did not tithe this week because I don't think we went to church that first week in Sunday, which is not an excuse, but it is the reason. So the expenses for this week came up to $290.74. the debt payments that were planned for this week was $648.23. That was with payments, credit card payments of $46.03. That's the minimum for the Carnival Barclays, and then $40 for Amazon and American Express. Both of these cards have a zero balance, and so this was a $86.03 snowball payment, and that was snowballed into my husband's Platinum American Express because we are paying the annual fees on those cards. Then we had Honda Financial at $250.20. That was the weekly installment. We do pay the car payment in weekly installments along with the mortgage. But then I made an additional $500. So I actually paid $750.60 towards my Honda Pilot. And then our HELOC was at $348, and we did just pay $348, which brought our actual debt payments for this week to $1,293.60. So we go over to the budgeted versus the actual. There was a rollover. The actual rollover was $273.03. The income was planned at $2,700, and the actual income was $2,895.68. The income saved was planned at $595, and the actual income saved was $505. Okay, so the actual income saved was $505. The income spent, which is the combination of bills and expenses, was planned at $796.26, and it was actually $756.99. And the debt payoff was planned at $684.23, and the actual debt payoff was $1,293.60. So we go up to the breakdown, and for this week, 19.8% of our income went towards savings, which is good. 18.2% of our income went towards bills, 11.4% of our income went to expenses, and 50.6% of our income went towards debt. So that is amazing to see. Those are the numbers that I like to see. I was only over in one category in the expenses, and that was groceries, and I'm already explained to you what that was, so I'm not going to go into detail about that. So that is it for August week 1's budget. Be sure to come back next week for August week 2's budget. Unfortunately, I was not able to again record my monthly budget before I actually started to compute, but I promise I'm gonna get better on that. Now that my son is back in school and summer is heading out, fall is heading in, fall and winter are really my hustle season. So I hustle real hard in the fall and winter so that I can play real hard in the summertime, or not play at all, honestly, relax real hard in the summertime. So now that my son is back in school, we are adjusting back to the routine. I plan to get back into the routine with content creation, not only on YouTube, but on TikTok, as well as Instagram. So some big major changes coming up in my business that I will discuss when I do my business income reports. The hold up on that I will discuss in that actual video. Don't want to get too far into it in this video as it doesn't necessarily relate. But I do plan to get back on schedule with my content creation and my routine posting so that I can hurry up and get this channel monetized. So, especially since I have this goal to have my truck paid off by December 31st, 2024, I need to very much get on my Zoom when it comes to content creation so that I can start to earn some money and put that or apply that to my truck. So, to be able to meet the goal. So that is it. If you're interested in following my car debt payoff journey, I do consistent updates, almost daily updates about that over on TikTok. If you're interested in following me over there, the link to both of my TikTok channels is listed in the description below. So if that's something that interests you, be sure to follow me over there as well. That is it for this week's August week 1's budget. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.